All right, hello and welcome everyone back to the Collective Minds podcast. Very interesting topic today, as I was just going to do a short video about a topic that's very close to this, and it kind of connects the dots even more. As the weekend happened, right? So, a shooting at a White House Correspondents' Dinner. Everyone was there, right? President, Vice President, Dana White. Everyone. Looks like they got the guy. And it's not just about it happening. I mean, it's crazy, the propaganda. We watched it from the left for many, many years. We know how to spot it. You know how to spot it. You know what BS looks like now. And you know what real things look like. And it's all tied around the shooting, the actual shooting, the bullet that allegedly hit Trump in the ear. And at the time I believed it, and then a few weeks later all of a sudden there's no marks, which I'm sure the president has the best surgeons and all sorts of technology that we are not privy to. Yeah, it says what we know about the gunfire at White House Correspondents' Dinner. What do we know about it and what we don't? That's probably some of the most important parts of this. He was evacuated from the White House, Trump was, at the Correspondents' Dinner on Saturday night after gunmen opened fire near a security checkpoint at the event in Washington, D.C. The suspect, identified as 31-year-old Cole Thomas Allen, is in custody. Officials said he was armed with multiple weapons and appears to have acted alone. One federal agent was hit in an exchange of fire, but was protected by his bulletproof vest. So he actually shot at somebody. Didn't know that. I'm going to learn this live as well with you. So actually got a shot off. There's like 3 different conspiracies about to pop through here. Says on Sunday, acting U.S. Attorney General Todd Blanche said preliminary findings suggest the suspect was targeting administration officials, likely including the president. Thousands of guests, including senior politicians, journalists, and public figures, had been gathered in the ballroom for the annual dinner. In an address from the White House after the incident, Trump said it was always shocking when this happens. That never... And they didn't know, or seemingly like they didn't know. It was chill. I mean, they ran J.D. Vance off, and he's like, oh, me? And, like, took off real quick. What are you not going to play? CCTV footage posted by Trump from the Washington Hilton Hotel, where the dinner was taking place, shows a person rushing past security officers who then turned and chased him. Police said security officials and the suspect exchanged fire, citing police sources. CBS said at least 5 to 8 shots were fired. A Secret Service agent was struck in the exchange, but has since been released from the hospital. Let's see. Immediately after the incident, where'd that go? President wrote on Truth Social, the shooter has been apprehended, and I have recommended that we let the show go on, but will entirely be guided by law enforcement. Interesting. So no big deal. Usually, when someone tries to, shoot up an event with the president, it shuts down, right? Any event that happens with, typically it's over. They don't continue with the show. But I guess, for argument's sake, if you were to shut down every time someone crazy tried to do something, nothing would ever get done. And already, nothing ever gets done. Let's jump over. WHCD shooting suspect Cole Allen was targeting Trump officials in attack on ballroom. Let's see if it gives the information about him. There's a picture of the guy detained on the ground in the lobby of the Washington Hilton Hotel, April 25th. Wasn't targeting anyone in particular, and officials aren't yet sure if he was trying to kill President Trump specifically, sources said. He was trying to just breach his way in and take whoever he could. Okay, how did they know that? Is that what he said? He was trying to carry out a national tragedy, while all eyes were on the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Underestimated the protective capabilities of the U.S. Secret Service. Did he? Did he, though? I mean, he shot one of them. Yeah, they did have the bulletproof vest, but he did shoot them. And he did go running by you guys. He got pretty close. I mean, not insanely close. Details about Allen's background have surfaced through unverified online profiles. He's described as having studied mechanical engineering at the California Institute of Technology, earning a bachelor's degree in 2017, followed by a master's degree in computer science from California State University, Dominguez Hills. His listed professional experience includes work as a mechanical engineer at IJK Controls, a teaching assistant at Caltech, and a part-time instructor with C2 Education. In 2024, the company recognized him as Teacher of the Month in a Facebook post. Allen also reportedly participated in a NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory Summer Undergraduate Research Fellowship in 2014. Beyond academia and engineering, he's said to have developed independent video games, including titles such as Boredom and First Law, and had been working on a space-themed combat game. Donated $25 to a Democratic Party political action committee supporting Kamala Harris in 2024. So he is being pinned as a crazy left-wing libtard. That makes sense, right? It's exactly who it would be, who they need it to be, either or. Definitely a power play. He would want to know if anyone else knew about it beforehand and would convict them. And it sounds like they didn't. So Marjorie Taylor Greene has joined the chorus of critics demanding answers from President Donald Trump over the 2024 assassination attempt made against him in Butler, Pennsylvania. Authorities identified 20-year-old Thomas Crooks as the sole shooter in the incident that injured Trump and two others. 50-year-old rally goer Corey Comparator, who was seated behind Trump, was killed, and Crooks was killed by authorities. Since then, some MAGA stalwarts have joined other critics in calling for detailed information on the investigation into the shooting. Why would you not? Why would we? This is going to be in the history books. Why would we not investigate everything? We all saw the video on top of that water tower. Something moving up there. Someone moving. And that's not where the guy was. Or how he got up there and was on top of that little roof for so long. How he got on the roof. and why it took so long to shoot him. Interesting. Greene retweeted a lengthy post by Trisha Hope, a self-described January 6 activist, in which she questioned the shooting and the legitimacy of the famous photo of a bloody Trump with his fist in the air yelling, "Fight, fight, fight," which there's another video out there of a guy taking that picture, and he was ushered over that way. Like, oh, here's the photo, get it. Trisha Hope, I was a longtime Trump supporter. I became a national delegate to make certain Trump was seated as the nominee. While en route to Wisconsin, I learned of the attempt on Trump's life at the Butler rally. I was in the middle of having dinner at a restaurant in Little Rock, Arizona. Extremely important post, worth the read and consideration. Corey Comparator's family deserves to know the truth about Matthew Crooks and what happened in Butler on July 13th, 2024. President Trump, of all people, should be leading the charge. Why isn't he? That's the question. It's a very good question. Holes of a lie with truths, because one truth will lead to another, which will end up leading to another, and will lead to one that does not fit in that hole. That's the problem with this shooting. Hope was a delegate from Texas for the 2024 Republican National Convention and wrote of the moment she had first doubts about the official story. As Trump began to speak, he started with this: "So many people have asked me what happened. Tell us what happened, please, and therefore I will tell you exactly what happened, and you'll never hear it from me a second time, because it's actually too painful to tell," Hope said. "As I stood on the convention floor, you could have heard a pin drop as he spoke. My first thought was how odd for him to begin this way. He was nearly assassinated just a few days before, and yet he was declaring this would be the only time he spoke of it. That was my first red flag," adding that the moment was completely out of character for Trump. Despite not wanting to talk about it, Trump replaced a portrait of former President Barack Obama in the White House with artwork depicting the moment after the attempt. Greene called Hope's post an extremely important post worth the read in Rogan or not, but he said that Epstein is tied to all of this, right? The fake shootings or real shootings, tied to all of it to move the agenda along. Why would you not investigate your own shooting, right? And the left propaganda is so insane. Would you have to stage something like this in order to get in back on the ballot, to get that power? What would they not do, right, for that Klondike bar? Like, if someone was to ask me, what do I think is going on? And if the fact, right, that this is all everything about Epstein, the Epstein files, whatever that guy was, actually, that if it was all connected, it would look like they fought to get back into power to be able to control the release, because it was going to be released one way or another. And that the only way that they could make sure that it didn't all come falling down all over everyone's heads was to mandate its release. And that's what it looks like. So a big power move to stage a shooting in the ear. I mean, as soon as I saw that, I said, that's your next president. There you go. Gotta give it to him, right? It's gonna happen. With the support they already have, Biden trashing the entire administration the entire 4 years, this guy was gonna get it. No one else was gonna be able to take that. Because even if there was, right? Ron DeSantis. Even if Ron DeSantis could get up there and talk way better, you're looking at the two and you're going, well, that guy took a bullet to do this for you. He took a bullet for you. That's how the narrative. Area, major hub for human trafficking. What is this room actually going to be? Trump has made the argument in the hours after the annual White House Correspondents Association dinner that the nation needs a fortified ballroom on White House grounds so that the president and government officials are not in peril. So we're in danger if we don't have our fortified ballroom. After laying out the security vulnerabilities of a busy hotel, Trump said in an interview with Fox News on Sunday that the 90,000 square foot ballroom he is building where the East Wing once stood is really what you need. So it's on the east side. That's interesting as well. Facing the east. He added that the ballroom was designed in conjunction with the military and in conjunction with the Secret Service. It's got every single bell and whistle you can possibly have for security and safety. He added, this event would never have happened with the militarily top secret ballroom currently under construction at the White House. It cannot be built fast enough. So hurry up. Stop arguing with us in court and let us just get it done. That's what he's saying. There's no way. There's no way that they were ever in danger unless they allowed them to be. They have one job. And he's had multiple attacks many times. So it's not like out of the norm, right? They know another one is coming. It's just when. Well, are you going to be the guy on shift that day that gets the president killed? Absolutely not. Federal judge has issued repeated orders blocking construction of the ballroom, holding that Trump exceeded his authority in proceeding without congressional approval. On April 17th, a federal appeals court allowed construction to continue while a suit contending that the work is unlawful winds through the courts. So now, coming off the frightening episode at the Washington Hilton, Trump's appointees and congressional allies are stepping in to eliminate judicial roadblocks and plump for Trump's passion project. Is that what it is? Passion. Religious project. Very interesting. The White House ballroom will ensure the safety and security of the president for decades to come and prevent future assassination attempts on the president at the Washington Hilton. That's such a bullshit argument, too. Because the president travels everywhere, all over the world, right? Giving speeches, and he went to every state before getting into office, all over the place. I mean, he did get shot at, right? But this is like saying, oh, well, I just need to stay home. I just need to stay home for events like this. It's too much for, the best security in the world. It's like he's scared of something, right? Trying to hide something, trying to cover something up. I'm just wondering. It's a weird ritual that's going on, and I don't completely understand it yet, but I'm sure here soon we all will. Money raised at the event helps pay for scholarships awarded to promising college students. The Hilton holds 3,000 people, whereas the ballroom Trump envisions has a capacity of about 1,000. meaning staging it there could raise less revenue for a WHCA that is hardly flush with cash. So, not that that matters at all. Nobody cares. But yeah, people were pointing out ballroom, right? Like the demon ball. So, it's a demon described in demonological texts as a king of hell who can grant invisibility, command 6d6 legions of demons. He is often depicted with multiple heads, including those of a cat, toad, and a human. That's a crazy picture of him right there. Prominent demon in demonology, let's see, has the unique ability to grant invisibility to those who invoke him. Interesting. Commands a total of 66 legions of demons. Can take various forms, appearing as a combination of all three of those creatures. So here you go. This is why it gets even more interesting. Baal's name is derived from the Semitic term, Semitic term Baal, meaning Lord or Master. This title was historically associated with various deities in the ancient Near East. Described as a king ruled by Orions, himself a demon overseeing the cardinal direction east. There you go. Still possessing the power of invisibility as well as the power to garner the favor of others, but ruling over only 6 rather than 66 legions of demons. Hoarsely voiced king, with not only the power of invisibility, but also of the sciences and love. Interesting. Let's see. I guess you get the picture there. Creepy toad looking guy with a frog head and a cat head and weird. Some lizard people stuff right there. There we go. Who is Baal? Epstein's newly released files spark fear amid sacrifice claims too deep and extreme. Right? Questions have been raised about Jeffrey Epstein's religion and who Baal is. After documents related to him went public, the Department of Justice on Friday released the final trunk of files linked to the late convicted child sex offender. Among them is a document where Epstein asks for $11,438 to be wired. The name of the account, however, is what has caught the eyes of many. It is written Baal name, and then Wachovia Bank N.A. A snapshot of the document was shared widely on X, with many making claims about demonic worship. Baal is a demonic being that was worshipped in ancient Israel by some Hebrews before they converted to Judaism. Child sacrifice is a ritual of Baal worshippers, usually through burning, like Israel did to Gaza. Archaeological discoveries have found thousands of urns with cremated infants and small children. Do you think these shootings in this ballroom is a lot bigger than what they're saying it is? That it's some weird ritual? Or, yeah, let me know. There's lots of information coming out. I don't have time to dig through everything, especially when a lot of it leads to nothing at the end of it. But it is fascinating to talk and learn more, especially from you guys. So, yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and